Hello. It has been a few days, maybe 3 weeks, um, almost 3 weeks since the loss of my mom, and it isn't getting any easier. The void that I feel is in every aspect and everything, and there are triggers everywhere from going home and needing to make dinner but not feeling the need. Um, the house is empty, it feels empty, it's quiet, and you just want all of that to be back there. I'm so thankful that I had the time, that I took those 3 months and really went all in with her. But in the same respect, it makes it hurt even much more because I feel that loss in every aspect. In my car, when I drive, when I go to the doctors, when I come to work, when I go home, it's everywhere. But the sad reality, or the worst part of this is that you don't even get the chance to grieve, because you do have to go on, and you know you have to push forward. And whether it's one day you get to do one thing, or a second day maybe you do something, or maybe you do a couple of things in one day, it's just trying to get there. It's trying to get to that point where you are able to function. You will never ever forget. I don't think the loss goes away. I think it gets replaced with other things, and I'm not there. I'm not at that point where I'm even giving myself that break. I'm still dealing with all of the what ifs, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Um, and I know it's going to take time, but you get through and you try to deal with it, and something else comes along and just slams you. My mother never lost capacity. She was always mentally there. She was sharp as a whip. And she had plans. She had things that she put in place for years. I'm talking 26 years that my mom had a life insurance policy. Now, 26 years ago, my mom probably wasn't making $800 a month on Social Security, to be honest. And for her to pay out any money for a frivolous expense is just something that she wouldn't have done. She couldn't have done. She's trying to live, trying to make ends meet. So I'm looking at these papers that she stipulated will be in the bag. If anything happens, this is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. All along, for all of these years, my mother has made sure that I knew what her wishes were. She wanted to have funds available so that if something happened to her, my children, her 3 grandsons, would be able to do something, that she would be able to gift them something so that they could do something in their life that was important, that they wanted. Just something to memorialize this. So since 1998, my mother has been paying into a life insurance policy. This isn't just something that she told me. This is something she told her sister. She told her partner. She told her grandsons. This is something that she scraped each month to make a payment in order to have a policy. And over the years, I have her documentation. I have her handwriting on these papers of the money that's been paid out. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different names on this insurance information, 5 different company names. So is it 5 different policies? Is it one company changed hands 5 different times? I don't know, because I am digging into and trying to find out what exactly happens. So I make a phone call and I start calling the numbers that are on these papers to try to find out something. And there's no easy answer. The quick response that I get from the person on the other line, who, I'm sorry, doesn't even sound like they're 13, is that, oh, I'm sorry, there's no policy. One stated that the policy was canceled way back when. The other says, oh, no, not a life insurance policy. There is no benefit. If she's passed, we'll go ahead and mark the system and close this out. And I'm like, wait. Like, I don't know the details of this. I'm trying to call and find out the details. Like, what is this? What is the policy? What is the benefit? Because my mom clearly thought she had life insurance that was going to be a benefit to pay out to her grandsons. It is just a matter of trying to find out the reality of this. And I'm at a loss. I mean, have you had any insurance dealings that they just gladly said, oh, here, wait, by the way, we got the notification that your loved one passed. Sorry for your loss. Here's your check. Or do they actually wait for the people who are grieving and dealing with this, who have no clue over the years what policies have been taken out, what companies have been bought out, where that information is, and how to contact anybody? I cannot believe that there isn't a mainframe system that when you buy an insurance policy, it goes in, boom, and if something happens to you, boom, automatically it feeds out and it kicks it out, and your family don't have to deal with this on top of the grieving and the other process. I just am at a loss and I don't know what to do, and I'm struggling to try to figure it out. Automatically, I've written it off in my head that there isn't anything, but it's so gut-wrenching to know that the times for the 26 years that my mother was struggling and on limited income, that none of this actually does anything for her. Not any of it for her benefit, not any of it for the intention that she had. I don't know, Monumental Life Insurance, Stonebridge Life, J.C. Penney Life Insurance, Transamerica. The list is on and on. Not one of them have been helpful, assisting. They're just very quick to say, nope, not available, nope, it's closed, nope, it was canceled. Wells Fargo, let me just go down that path. Wells Fargo, her bank, I tried to get her to change her banking company for years because where we live, there is no Wells Fargo branch. It was inconvenient, but that's who she had. They had an insurance policy on her. When I call them, because she still has an active Wells Fargo account, they're like, "Oh no, that was canceled back in 2010." I'm like, she still has the account. How was it canceled in 2010? No answers, by the way. They don't tell me anything. They just make a blank statement. But fast forward, Wells Fargo has now sent a letter to my mother's address of record, and it's to the family of, we understand there's been a passing. Here is the information that we need in order to address the account. So there's a form that needs to be filled out, and I need to submit a copy of the death certificate. I haven't gotten the copy of the death certificate. I haven't got anything yet. She hasn't even been cremated at this point. So again, I'm reeling with the reality of all that still has to be done. And yet the bare minimum of money that she had in the account is something that I was trying and able to take care of those things still for her. And I had that access. I have a power of attorney. And this bank rep was like, well, that's not valid any longer. You need to send this. We're going to close the account. You won't have any access. We'll send the money to the state, and then you can deal with them going through probate or doing. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have to go through probate. They're like, why are you shutting this down when it's doing what it's supposed to be doing? The intention is there. So no, I am not happy with Wells Fargo. I'm not happy with J.C. Penney Life Insurance or whoever owns that now. I'm not happy with any of this baloney that I'm dealing with while I'm still just freshly trying to grieve the loss of my mother. I wish there was a better way. I wish there was a system. I wish there was something. And if I could fix something for the next person, I would feel better. It's not just about me or my family. If I'm dealing with this, I know hundreds of people, thousands of people, probably millions of people have dealt with this over all the years. And the reality is we don't know what each of our parents or loved ones do over the course of years. And those policies should not be, one insurance rep told me, I can only see what I, as a rep, have written. So I can't see what would be in the system company wide. You have to know who the representative was in order for them to be able to get in there. Well, guess what? In 26 years, maybe that person died. Maybe I need to track down their family and see what they have on record. It is insane to me to think that there is not a better comprehensive system overall. But more importantly, warning to those loved ones, especially as they start to age, in fully understanding what it is that they're signing up for. I fully believe my mother was sold a bill of goods as a life insurance policy. This will take care of your grandsons. This will give them money. This is what you need to do. And my mother whittled away at paying this each month and struggled with that, fully intended to be able to give her grandson something. And there's nothing there in order to give them. They took her money. There is nothing else anybody can show me that there was a benefit for any of this. My mother did not have health insurance because of the cost, but she paid for 26 years on a life insurance policy that gave her $0, nothing, no benefit. My mother would have never signed up for that. And if we are being taken advantage of by insurance companies who promise us the world and then don't deliver, shame on those insurance companies for selling us the snake oil. And I am really hoping that there will be a change to the industry, that we can do something to protect our seniors, that our loved ones are not being sold a bill of goods that then is only a scam to take their money. And in the end, the families are the ones who are left not only grieving and suffering the loss, but having the financial burden and the heartache all over because of having to dive into so much minutia that really doesn't even show or give them anything as a benefit. I hope there is feedback from somebody out there. I'm looking for an insurance commissioner. I'm looking for any aspect to say, what the fuck? Really? 26 years, you're going to make a payment on something that you get nothing out of. Like, it's just flushing the money down the drain. Baloney. I don't believe it, and I don't know anybody that would willingly, knowingly do that. These insurance companies need to be held responsible and at least give the money back for the benefits that they paid out, that you have incurred interest ratings on and savings accounts and everything else that you've been able to do, because you've hurt their life. You've lessened their quality of life by the amount of the money that they've scrimped and saved in order to give to you, to give nothing back to them. I don't know. I'm looking for answers. I'm grasping at straws. I'm trying to find the rhyme and the reason somehow in knowing my mother was not incapacitated. My mother knew enough about insurance from her own family loss, from dealing with that she would have known what questions to ask. Her handwriting on these documents tell me she was very specifically asking these questions. And I don't know who I can get to because the reps are so quick to give me a nonchalant, oh, it's canceled. Okay, we'll update the system. It's closed and it's locked down and I've got nothing to access. I'm at a loss. I hope you're doing better. And maybe a way to get through this is to find a purpose in doing something to make a change. I don't know. Whatever it is, I guess I don't have a choice but to try and salvage what I can. Take care.